Happy Monday, boys and girls. My name is Jeffrey Scott Mitchell. I don't want to start this off by saying this, but there is nothing better than being Jeffrey Scott Mitchell. I'm not saying that so much to brag about me, but to say it about me or anybody being able to make that statement about themselves. That's what I'm most proud of when I say that. The reward I get is actually just being Jeffrey Scott Mitchell. Probably nothing else needs to come behind that. So when I make that statement, it's probably less braggadocious and more that I think that may be one of the highest, most powerful, most prestigious, most great, whatever word you want to put in there, adjective or whatever, that a person can say about themselves. And I don't hear it that much, so that's why I like to say it. And in saying that, you know how you get those little charges on your credit card or your savings account or your checking account that it's not really enough to really worry about, but it still kind of bugs you? It'd be so much easier just to say, forget it. Because it's not recurring, and you don't know what it is, and you're like, and you don't use your credit card all over the damn country in questionable situations. So you don't know if it's valid or not, or maybe you bought something that you forgot or this or that. But then you just be like, yeah. My allergies are breaking up. I'm feeling pretty good. Went through about a week of allergies. Haven't had an allergy attack or allergy symptoms or whatever you call this for a while. Starting to break up. I'm able to breathe without pain. I treated it with Claritin, generic Claritin, Equate, I think it's the Walmart brand, and either CVS brand or Walmart brand Sudafed sinus pain medication. Not the allergy one, the sinus pain one. I don't know if it worked or not. Made me feel better, at least psychologically. But I'm getting through that, starting to feel better. Yesterday, traveling back from San Francisco. I do love me some San Francisco. Uh-oh. That was a little yellow. That one was a little yellow. And it was thick. But I feel it breaking up, so I'm not mad. Coming to San Francisco, I do love San Francisco. Something about the city. There's just something about it, of course, the liberalism and the creativity in it, and just the way the graffiti, the buildings, the architecture. It is definitely a special city, even with the homeless population, people slumped over, look like, I guess, heroin on the streets. One thing I did notice, too, was there were a few people, I don't want to say a lot, because I've seen more in other cities. There were a few people definitely on the streets. Homeless, unhoused, however you want to call them. Drug addicts, whatever. But you definitely saw some people like that. You definitely saw some mental situations going on. And then you just see somebody like like passed out. It's one thing, see here, I see people sleep. You know, they'll be curled up in their, blanket or whatever. You can tell when somebody is rolled over and sleeping. And you can tell when somebody passed out or fell out by the way they're all sprawled out and if their clothes are still on and all that stuff. I saw a lot more of that. Look like people just slumped over, passed out in their chair. A lot of people bent over, just like frozen like that. Not a lot, but more than that's a lot more I see down here. And even with all that, you definitely see that. But walking through Civic Center, you also see a lot of vests. Looks like the city must have hired a bunch of people to police it down there. You can see these cats in vests. I think some of them had walkie-talkies. They were definitely there to assist and protect, or just, probably just more to show a show of, I don't want to say force, but to be a presence. Because a lot of them, you could tell was just doing the job to get the money. You could tell a lot of them was just there. Some of them cats probably should have been some of the people that they was policing down there. A lot of them was on their phones, a lot of them was young, young cats trying to be slick, or not slick, but you can see where their head is at. They just down there trying to get that money, maybe do their job. It's like they just got anybody to do that job, just to have that vest. But you see a lot of those green vests. And it does give you a sense of, I ain't gonna say, a sense of comfort. I guess you could say just a little bit of comfort, a little bit of security in that, knowing that they're, at least the city is trying to do something. The city is aware of what's going on. And then you see, the homeless, unhoused population, drug addicts or whatever, mental cases. And then right next to them, you'll see a toddler playground, or a coffee shop or something really nice. And it still kills me how the two cultures and demographics intermix. You got some of the nastiest stuff you can see a human being. It's like mentally and physically, just, ugh. It's almost repulsive. It is something, in case it is repulsive. You got feces, you just got stuff. Then you turn around, you see trendy couples or white girls or gay guys or whatever, straight heterosexual, just, business people and going about their business. It's always funny how that intermixes with me. And also, San Francisco Airport, I think it might have been an international terminal where I was at. Because Frontier is like, I flew Frontier back. And that's definitely gonna be part of the story later. But I flew Frontier back, and its hub or terminal, I guess, is at the end of the international terminal. So I'm walking through, and it's just the most gorgeous airport I ever see. I was like, this place is a mall better than a mall. I mean, the food, the place they have for you to sit, the comfort, the lounges, the art. You have like little museum pieces that you can see as you walk down there, just stimulating in every way, beautifully lit, clean. Did I say couches? And lounge chairs, and lots of spaces and chairs to sit with power right next to them, working, plugged in. Just gorgeous. In fact, yesterday I got like 11,000 steps in before I got on the airplane. I was trying to get them steps done, so when I got home, they'd be done for the day. But what happened after the show that I went to San Francisco to see, somewhere between the end of the show and when I got home, back to the hotel, which I stayed in the Tenderloin, which, you know, is a very short walk to Great American Music Hall. The walk was no problem. You know, homeless people was out there, wheelchairs, whatever, you know, they were there. You know, it was cool. It was, you just see like regular people walking with you. You just like, you know, just walking, you look over, and I always say the little white girl, just you know, just walking, going on about her business, getting to where she need to get. And you just look over, possibly see some of the most horrifying homeless mental patients you've ever seen. I'm being dramatic, but you get the point. You know, so I get there, and I get back to the hotel, and I lost my power cord. So now, I'm at the hotel, no way to charge my phone. Because this trip I packed really light, because I didn't even have a carry-on. In fact, I had only thing I could take on Frontier was a personal item, and their personal items was reduced in size. They gave me the idea that I couldn't even take my book bag as a personal item. So I had ordered a clear bag just in case on this trip I would have flown to Vegas and went to the Steeler game. So a couple weeks back I bought a clear stadium approved plastic bag that I was gonna use that to fly up with. You know, so I just travel really light. So only about one power cable. Well, usually I bring my book bag, and I got like, you know, 5 or 6 of them in there. And then in the car, I got like a shorter one in the car. I said, I should take this one too. I shouldn't take this really long one, because sometimes it can be too long when I'm running my portable battery connected to my phone during the show. Sometimes it can be too long. Now I said, I'm just gonna take one. Lost that thing. So I'm in the room, foreseeing what I was about to go through, running out of battery. Steeler game is gonna come on. The flight was scheduled to depart at 11:22, and we were supposed to land in LA at 12:50. Steeler game was set to start at 1:05. Which should have gave me time to land. You know, I could have cut on my phone. You know, and then went to NFL Plus, or, you know, watch the game, or at least listen to it. Because it seems like the Steelers, and I'm not complaining, because I got a deal on NFL Sunday ticket as a student. I only paid $200 when it's usually like $500. And see the Steelers. And all this year, it seemed like they've been on regular TV the whole damn time. Wherever I was at, when I was back in Ohio, they was on regular TV. When they play out here, they was on regular TV. The next 2 games they got is gonna be Sunday night. So that's gonna be on quote unquote regular TV. I mean, I still got a good deal paying $200 for NFL Sunday ticket, but it was to see the Steelers, and I would still do it again. But I'm like, damn, they're on regular TV all the time. But it'll pay off later. I'm just like, you know, that's when I go, you know, just make that damn statement. So, my phone is running down charge. I listened to my podcast, going to sleep, because I knew I had to go to sleep. I had to get up at 7:45 a.m. Sunday to catch the BART, walk the streets of San Francisco. Oh, the streets of San Francisco. Oh, remember that show? I think that was Carl Malden and Michael Douglas. I'm not sure. Anyway, walked the streets of San Francisco, you know, get the BART, catch the BART. Had a Clipper card on my Google Wallet on my phone already for whatever reason, whatever city I was in, I had the Clipper card. So I just threw some cash on it. Boom, boom, boom. punched out, punched here. Easy peasy, right to San Francisco Airport. I Googled before I went to sleep. Frontier didn't have Wi-Fi, so I guess it didn't matter. So that kind of took some of the pressure off. Since Frontier didn't have Wi-Fi, I wouldn't be able to watch the game anyway. So that kind of took a little bit of the pressure of not having a charged phone off. But long story short, by the time I landed, I was down at like 12%. So I was able to cut my phone on basically, see what the score was when we landed. And I didn't want to push it farther than that because I was gonna need my phone to punch out of the parking. And I rely on my phone for so much information that it's strange not being, I got all the information in the world on my phone. I don't carry it in my head or in my wallet. All my relevant information is on my phone, where my phone can connect to that relevant information. So it's that, being without that, but I was okay. There was a teeny weeny bit of anxiety, but I was okay. So my phone completely died right when I landed, and I'm waiting for the budget shuttle, because at LAX is a mess. LAX is a mess right now. It's gonna be good eventually. I'm sure, I'm almost guaranteed, I'm positive it's gonna be good eventually, but it's a mess. It felt like I walked 2 miles, maybe 20 minutes to get from the Frontier terminal to the curb to catch my thing. It was ridiculous. I was like, this is stupid. I was screaming out loud, shouting out loud. And even some of the people who work there said, we know. And I'm like, some people flying that wouldn't be able to make that walk. I know for a fact some people wouldn't be able to make that walk. It was 20 minutes. And see, the whole thing is too, and once I get to 20 minutes, then I get to the curb. Now see, I'm already short because I'm missing the game. My phone is dead. I got to get to my car to get my phone charged. I don't know the score of the game. I'm missing the game. I know halftime. I think I figured out halftime was just getting ready to start. Third quarter is getting ready to start. I didn't know the score, blah, blah, the whole thing. So I'm out there waiting on the bus. They got all these buses coming because you got economy parking and you got budget parking. It's two different things. Economy parking was coming because I went out to the pink, landing, the pink pole area, whatever you call it, where I was supposed to catch it. Economy buses was coming every 5 minutes to see. And that little ass budget bus came again. Then we rode back, that I rode before. They got the same black lady. I was like, oh my God. No wonder it's budget. This little bus, she squeezed us in there. She's coming every like 20, 25 minutes or whatever. Finally got to the, car eventually. But I'm standing there, and it wouldn't have been so bad. It wouldn't have been so bad. I'd have been cool even, waiting on the bus, waiting on the tram, walking, all that, if I could have been watching the game. So the whole thing came down to me losing that damn cable and not having my phone charged. Because I had a portable battery, or I could have charged, can't charge on Frontier. They ain't got no outlets, but I had my battery. My phone would have been, if I had the cable, everything would have been okay. But I didn't have the cable, and I couldn't see the game. So that really, really, really bugged me. That part got me, and I started to take deep breaths and relax. And every now and then, I let out a growl or a shout or a scream just to release. And since my phone is dead, ain't no sense of getting steps, And all that walking from the terminal to ground transport, my phone was on its last 7, 8, 9%. So I got those steps. Then it died. When I got on the shuttle and got to my car, plugged it in. Plugged the phone in, had to wait a few minutes for it to build up a charge before it even turned on. And then when it did, one cool thing though, leaving the parking lot, I pulled up the QR code on my phone and I barely flashed it at the receiver of the parking gate and it picked it up. I didn't have to like put it up to the lens or put it up to the console or whatever. I just turned it towards it. That son of a bitch picked it up and the gate opened in and out. It was probably about 4 or 5 feet. My phone was probably maybe 3, 4 feet, 5 feet from the scanner. But it picked up that QR code and I was in and out. And listened to the game. Pittsburgh was up 22-7. It was in control, so that helped me to relax a little. Then it was just getting about just getting back out here to the undisclosed location. And of course, well, not of course, but I made a stop at Stater Brothers, get some of that chicken. Cleo and Leo fried chicken, people. Oh my God. Cleo and Leo fried chicken. Woo! Consistently good. Consistently good. And I got some garlic bread and I got some pasta salad. When I got back, I got on the scale, it was 216.4. And that's with flying all night, without eating or drinking anything, and driving. I don't think I got, Frontier flight was an hour delayed. So instead of landing at 12:50, now I'm landing at 1:50, which is like right smacking them almost in the middle of the game, missing the game, which so I've been flying. We left at 12:36. So the game would have started, like halfway when in the air. Frontier ain't got no Wi-Fi or nothing. So, I was cool through all that, but my phone not being able to charge was the killer. That was the thing. If I had my cable, I'd have been okay. So I learned a lesson. Take multiple cables. And if I'd have took multiple cables, I would have took the short one with me. And I probably wouldn't have lost it because it's smaller. It wouldn't have fell out my pocket where it happened. And I would have left the long one at home, so I would have had a backup. So lesson learned, because I usually never travel without. In fact, sometimes I travel with too many. Since I've traveled with my cameras, I had to bring all my cameras out here. Only brought my USB cameras. I left them at home. So since I've traveled with my cameras, I usually bring like 5, 6, 7 USB-C to USB-A cables. Then of course I'm going through the airport looking to see if I can buy one. No, it's 10 o'clock. Wait a minute. You're not supposed to be going the other way at 10 o'clock? Wait a minute. I left at 9. Did I leave right? I could have sworn I was supposed to be farther than this at 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, that got color in it. Hopefully that's the bad stuff coming out. I could have swore I was supposed to be farther along than this. Hold up. I left at 9:20. Oh boy. Well, the train usually at 10. I could have swore usually I'm farther. I'm way up and way back by then. But I'm gonna work it out anyway. I'm just go. Oh, and I ain't got no breakfast. I ain't got no breakfast there. Gotta figure out something for breakfast. Anyway, see me starting to walk faster. I'm not gonna turn around. I'm gonna keep walking. 9:21, it's 10 o'clock now. 40. Yeah, I guess it's, we'll see. I'm trying to do the math in my head to see when I'm gonna get back. Hopefully I didn't make a miscalculation. Because I could have swore at 10 o'clock I'm supposed to be right here walking back this way. I'm supposed to be walking back, not here. And I still got a ways to go to get up there. So, moral of the story is take more than one charging cable. And of course, I'm in the walk around that gorgeous concourse, San Francisco airport. They're so accommodating, so beautiful. They had lounge chairs, they had single chairs. They had a place where you could actually lay down. They had a place where you actually lay down on these couches things. Just well airy, just art, museum stuff. Walk around there, looking to see if I could buy a cable, which really did, unless it was really cheap, I wasn't gonna do it because I really did. Like, Frontier didn't have Wi-Fi, so it didn't matter. I'm gonna miss the game, regardless. So, but they want $30. They wanted $30 for a cable. I was like, nope, I'll suffer. And to a degree I did, but I survived. I survived. Got here, went to Stater Brothers, got my fried chicken, garlic bread, pasta salad. Went home, got back to the place, tended to my mother, went upstairs to that room, shut the door, just had to take an exhale and eat. Watch my podcast, my Steeler podcast, exhale, just relax. Go back downstairs with her for a little bit. So I've been going. And as I've said before, you got to replace that energy at some time, even if it's for excitement or something you want to do or something positive or whatever. That energy needs to be replaced or replenished. And it was energy expressed and radiated at the show. It was good. It was really good. So that's my story. So it's Monday now. I'm feeling good. Mr. Skill told me 216.4 last when I landed. I got it when I changed clothes, stripped down, got on Mr. Scale before I even ate anything or anything. Of course, when I was in San Francisco, I had pizza and wings. I didn't have any sweets for whatever reason. I didn't get sweets, but I had pizza, wings, a couple Arizonas. I ain't seen Arizonas in a while. A couple cans of Arizona, fruit punch. But I had pizza and wings. Ate that whole damn pizza. Wings was good, 50 bucks. I was like, I said I want a medium size, I didn't get extra large, I got a medium and mushroom sausage, all of it. It was okay. It was okay. Wasn't flavorful enough, but the texture was good. And the crust was like buttery and not fried or grilled or whatever, but the crust was like buttery and crunchy. It was good. and the wings were really good. So that hit ate all that. And I thought that maybe, you know, I didn't eat that much, maybe my weight would be better than 216.4, but it wasn't. Because I think I was 211 the last time I weighed myself before I did yesterday. But I did the thing, This morning, and then after I ate, yesterday I had a couple of zebra cakes and a couple of mini Snicker bars and mini Reese's cups, small zebra cakes. Got on a scale last night, it was 220. Before I went to bed, woke up this morning, it was 217.8. Which isn't horrendous, which may be even a little bit disappointing. But I'll check and see what I was last Monday. And I'll probably say, oh, okay, not so bad. And it's a good chance a lot of this will fall off really quick and then stabilize. But we'll see. We'll see. I feel good. I feel good. Notice I didn't talk about it. I didn't talk about it yet. I'm gonna do that in a separate podcast. Is these podcasts? I wonder if this is podcasts. I don't know. I wonder if these is podcasts. I don't know. Should I call that podcast? A separate talk, separate walk, me talking, and a separate me talking. San Francisco's still cool. San Francisco is still cool. It was Fleet Week. I saw one airplane fly over. That's about it. It was good. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. Lost that damn cable. I had the cable at the show, charged my phone at the show. So it was, my phone was fully charged pretty much through the whole show. Because that battery pack works. And with the longer cable, it was really comfortable. I could move around. I was able to have full range with the camera. I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. Maybe I should do it this way more often. But I ain't gonna do it with that cable. And that was one of the cables to my Mevo camera, one of my good cables. It was one of the cables that came with my $300 a piece Mevo cameras. So it was one of my cables that I look to as being good. So that kind of stumped. But I got more, I can buy more. You know, no big deal. Anyway, that's how it goes. In the life of Jeffery Scott Mitchell, Pittsburgh won. And I watched the podcast and people are happy that they won. They finally had a convincing victory. But there's a lot of buts to it because the Raiders are just a terrible team. People, sportscasters, that, you know, people who report on this just say they're just a bad team. A lot of calls went Pittsburgh's way. Turnovers. The score probably should have been more than what it was. But for Pittsburgh, to score 32 points, it's a big deal. Because we're not, you know, that's not who we've been the last few years, even against a bad team. So people are happy about that. People are happy about my football team. Listening to the game, Steeler Nation took over the place. I didn't go because prices was just too much. I was like, hell, I could fly to Baltimore for a playoff game. God forbid that be the case. For the same price, I'm paying for this. My buddy Rick said this would have been a good game to go to. I was like, I'm thinking this. I was thinking the same thing. But anyway, swinging on y'all 2 times. Me for the phone. For every elementary particle that has ever existed in any atom, in this or in any universe that ever was, is, or will be. The totality of it all, theory of universe, hypothesis of all as one. My name is Jeffery.